Welcome you guys to session number 1 of Marketplace Ministry. This interactive social media course is offered by Success and Beyond Global Enterprises and facilitated by yours truly, Latez Bridges. I am fortunate to be one of the visionary chairs of Success and Beyond Global Enterprises, which is a multifaceted consulting agency that provides bilingual English and Spanish business development services for those wishing to create, develop, or expand concepts, products, services, or themselves as platforms to offer messages, products, service platforms to the world that solve a problem, that offer a solution, that offer a solution to business or outreach needs in the world. And ultimately, the organization, any organization that provides consultative based services and development based services, are helping to build. And our goal is to build, our tagline is to build healthy communities. Start with healthy people build stronger communities build better worlds. We feel that everything, business development, ministry development, project development, international project development, anything that you're doing with your hands, with your mind, developing an idea, a concept, a product or a service or a platform, principles upon which a person stands. And this is what we're going to be talking about tonight a little bit in our introduction session. The platform, the principles on which you stand, the foundation on which you stand. I believe as a entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur all of my life. I began business development in college and have always worked for myself in terms of utilizing ideas to translate them into messages and products and services that yield financial returns contractually, independently, but also as a part of building programs and businesses in book products and audio products that, again, give a message, but also provide a solution to a societal ill. It gives good news and brings hope. We have a nonprofit organization that I'm affiliated with. It's called Beyond the Barriers Outreach. And that organization actually was created to provide hope and opportunities specifically. And that is the tagline of that organization, to provide hope and opportunities through targeted business development. So as you see, although Success and Beyond Global Enterprises, which is our corporate partner, our umbrella organization for which all of our business services flow through, our nonprofit partner, Beyond the Barriers Outreach, which is a part of our platform, serves as our community outreach leg. And all of our community development projects for young people ages 0 through 21, transitional services, bilingual community volunteerism initiatives, international volunteerism initiatives for not only local service, but again, abroad initiatives to bring the good news to the world are offered through that nonprofit leg. Why am I mentioning all of this? As you listen to the names of these organizations, Success and Beyond Global Enterprises and Beyond the Barriers Outreach, hopefully you can hear a connection, a correlation of thoughts, a correlation of ideas and concepts that give you a feeling, a sense of what we wish to provide, the feelings that we wish to provide, the services that we wish to provide, and also the platform on which we stand. Every organization, every service, every project, every product that has been created through my visionary concepts and through the organizations that God has given me to birth in the natural realm have all been connected in a primary vision, which is to provide a solutions to the world. So why am I mentioning these things? Because as we talk tonight about marketplace ministry, I want you to begin to think about what you provide to the world what you wish to provide to the world. And if you're already working on a vision or providing services, whether it's ministry services, whether it's business services, whether they're all interrelated, or you're in the beginning stages of trying to understand what that's going to look like, and you do have some things prepared, but you're just not sure how to present it, this course, Marketplace Ministry, is going to help you to begin to compartmentalize your concepts and build them on a foundation, which is a platform, which we're going to be talking about, based on what you believe, you have to offer to the world, who you are, not only in one aspect of a spiritual calling, which we are definitely basing a huge portion of this course's focus on your spiritual calling, your life assignment, your purpose. And if you don't know specifically what that is, or the details of your life assignment, your purpose, we do offer a few other courses that are detailed and dedicated to identifying your purpose. I just want to reference that course. Pursue Your Purpose is another course that's individual course for people who really need to understand what their purpose is and how to identify it, how to tap into it, and then how to translate that into a service or a concept that brings hope or the good news in your own way. So if you're interested in a more personal approach to understanding what your purpose is, which is definitely step one prerequisite to bringing that to the marketplace, I welcome you to inbox me or email info@success-beyond.com to request Marketplace Ministry. That service is offered by Success and Beyond Global Enterprises as an individual coaching platform provided to help you to pursue your purpose by first identifying, tapping into it, and then translating into a message, business, project, or service that answers a calling, life calling. All right. We're going to be talking tonight in this intro session just about what you are going to be getting from this course, preparing your mind to take this course, and also going over the overview of what this course is about. Again, you're tuned into the introduction session for Marketplace Ministry. I am your facilitator, Latez Bridges, visionary chair with Success and Beyond Global Enterprises, as well as one of the partners of our nonprofit affiliate, Beyond the Barriers Outreach. Feel free to check out those sites in your leisure for more information about those platforms, Success and Beyond Global Enterprises, www.success-beyond.com. And if you're on that site, there will be links for Beyond the Barriers, but the site for Beyond the Barriers is www.btboutreach.org, btboutreach.org. Now, for tonight's purposes, I want to bring your attention to, and your homework assignment is to look up this site. It is my primary site for my platform, and it was developed after I began to develop my businesses about 14 years ago. But through trial and error, through learning how to translate who I thought I was becoming as a business person, as a evangelist, as a biblical teacher, as a youth advocate, as a visionary, as an entrepreneur, how did I translate the messages of all those persons and bring my expertises as a trained sociologist and psychologist to the marketplace in a way that combines everything that I am professionally, spiritually, and the things that I feel I have to offer in my giftings, and translated them into a product, service, business model. The platform I want to talk about, developing a vision for who you are and what you're bringing to the market. I think that's the first step in marketplace ministry, really having an understanding of who you are professionally. What have you done over the past 20, 10, 5 years, your lifetime professionally, paid, non-paid, all those things that you've done professionally to provide a service to someone else. Every job title that you've had, I would start by just doing a history of those places, those things, to identify the job titles. And then you can probably identify the area of service that you've served in, whether it's the social work industry, the educational industry, the childcare industry. You'll start to see a trend, but you'll also start to see areas of services that you have a certain level of expertise in. What you want to do is begin by reviewing your history of all the jobs that you've ever had. Write those down, the job titles, what you did, the capacity at which you served professionally, and then just start to log that. Then spiritually, the places that you volunteered, the places that you served at through ministry and churches, you want to begin to look at the titles, the job titles, the service areas. How did you operate? Just list those things, whether it was a teacher, whether it was evangelist, whether it was a small group leader, whether it was a child care facilitator. Just keep going. So we have professionally in the secular world, what are all the job titles, the areas of service, the services that you provided, the industries, if you will, that you served in. Keep writing those down, and you're going to begin to build your repertoire of who you are, what you've provided in the past. This is going to help us to begin to build your platform, right? So we have secular professional experiences. Then we have your spiritual experiences, and what we're looking for are the gifting areas. We're going to deal with what that is if you don't know, but as you begin to identify the places that you serve spiritually and the titles associated with those areas of service, you'll begin to see a trend and hopefully begin to draw some correlation to how you served in a secular professional capacity, as well as evangelistically, spiritually, ministry-wise, and you'll have a trend of the top things that you've done over a long period of time that you can say, hey, this is what I've done. This is the experience that I bring to the market. This is the level of expertise that I bring to the market because this is the amount of time. We want to identify time periods of expertise. So we can say I have 10 years of professional development service in corporate America. I have 5 years of childcare administration and coordination expertises. I have 10 years of ministry leadership. So we're looking at your lifetime of expertises, so we can be able to speak to that and draw the priorities of what you feel your calling is, and we're going to be talking about that. So as we create a vision, and the Bible tells us we have to be very clear, write the vision and make it plain for your business, for your outreach, and how you're going to monetize it. But before you even get into all of that, you have to have a vision for who you say you are, who will people say you are, and how you're going to be received as a platform. What brand are you? What are you bringing to the marketplace? And it has to translate into a message that fits in the secular terminology, professionally, credential wise, but also you want to tie into the giftings, but I'll put a title to those giftings, whether it's administrator, teacher, and if you say preacher, that's fine. As we're identifying, we're going to get into how we translate it to wide and diverse audiences, but I just want you to brainstorm for our first session. So just keep writing all of the places that you serve, and how you served, and for how long you served, so we can begin to draw some platform messages of who you are and translate that. All right. So as your first assignment in recap is to look up this site, www.latezbridges.com, and that's spelled www.latezbridges.com, latezbridges.com, latezbridges.com. You're going to go to that site. You're going to visit the site, the page, and look at the platform. You're going to look at the words that are used to describe who I am, and my experiences. You're going to look at the homepage and the platform, the messages that are provided on the homepage as the biographical information about who I'm saying that I am, who the site is saying that I am, who the partner, the people are saying that I am, so that you can use that as a template to begin to do the same for yourself if you haven't already. Some of you already have organizations that are operational, churches that are operational, past organizations that were operational but maybe aren't operational right now, and you're in a place where you're going to be revising. Some of you are in a place where you're starting from scratch, and that's fine. This is going to help you. This assignment is to think about, again, who you say you are and who you would like the world to receive you as. What message, what vision do you have of yourself, and what are you bringing on a large scale as an enterprise to the world, as a brand? When I think of brand, I think of, messages. When I look at to buy a concept, for example, Nike, just do it. I think about motivation. I think about success of that brand, that message, that check that when I look at it, I know what it means. I know that it stands for, a certain level of quality, and legacy and expertise, but also, motivation to go after something, to do something, a urgency to pursue success. And that's how I want you guys to begin to think of yourselves, as a brand, a conglomerate of services and messages and expertises, but also a message that you want to convey to those who see you, those who see your platform, those who see the things that we're going to be developing along the way that promote your business, your service, and your marketplace ministry. So the vision has to be first about yourself. Who are you professionally? Who are you spiritually? Who are you as a marketplace minister, a person who meets the needs of the people in general? Now, this can't be just one group of people. We have to take ourselves out of the boxes of who we served before, or who we could serve based on who we think we are, and think about, again, vision beyond what we can achieve on our own. To, if we removed every limitation from our minds about what we could achieve in the marketplace through profitable means of providing services and products to those who have the money to pay for them and actually want them. And that's another thing, a part of this course we're going to be dealing with, you know, being okay with being wealthy and wealth building. That's a part of marketplace ministry, having the vision to not only do something but be successful at it, from a purpose perspective, but also from a profit perspective. So we want to be successful and see ourselves being successful at the onset, from a purpose perspective, knowing that we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're operating in our calling and expanding the seeds of greatness and giftings that God has entrusted us with, to multiply them to those who need them. We also want to know that we are equipped to create wealth. These ideas that have been entrusted to us to develop are there to create wealth, monetary wealth, to build the kingdom, to build others who are also wishing to launch. And that's a part of this service model. So tonight, in this introductory session, I wanted to encourage you that you have launched, you have embarked upon a great journey. This cohort of interactive online and audio sessions that are going to be going on for the next 60 days are going to empower you to develop yourself as a brand, to develop yourself as an enterprise, to translate your ideas, your visions, your creative concepts into marketable, profitable products and services, and to deliver those to a people who wish to buy them. Tonight, the main goal is for you to understand what's expected, what's to be expected of this course. You should expect to receive weekly reminders through your Google Gmail calendars, but also through the Success and Beyond hosting admin calendars to remind you of upcoming sessions. to links video messages if you missed a video session or for some reason weren't able to access them. So all you have to do, if you have any questions about links that were or were not provided, information sessions that are missed, overviews, outlines, things of the sort, you can feel free to email info@success-beyond.com. In the subject line, you simply put Marketplace Ministry Training in your request. So tonight in this intro section, I wanted to go over the overview of this course, which was provided to you guys through a text link. The course Marketplace Ministry Training, an entrepreneurship cohort, is 60 days of interactive sessions that are going to teach you along the themes of vision, purpose, destiny, success, and global outreach building, outreach ministry, business building. So we're looking at things from a global perspective. We're looking at things from a worldview perspective, and we're looking at things from a perspective that we have various services and products, ideas that are going to be translated to a global market. So that ourselves to present to a global market. That means we have to remove every hindrance to us seeing ourselves vision as a product that is desired by a global market. We are voices to the nation. So tonight, I'm going to encourage you to see yourself as a voice to the nation, to see your brand as you develop it over this next week. Your platform, 5 areas that you feel you are expertised in, 5 areas that you feel you have of at least 5 to 10 years of expertise, professional or spiritual service in. And you're going to prioritize those areas of service to your heart when you're writing, the top one being the one that you feel is your highest calling, and then the 5th being the 5th calling is of service, giftings within you or desires. And when I say desires, service desires, if you can do something all of your life and never get paid for it, and you feel fulfilled, you feel happy, you feel joy, you feel happy and joyous, and you feel fulfilled, those are the best ways. And you didn't get paid for it, but you felt fulfilled. Those are places of purpose. Those are places of calling. But the thing is, when we think about places of calling and purpose, we don't like to think about that they are monetizable. So even if you never were paid for those areas of service, I want you to put them, if you have a calling, if you feel a longing to do them more intently, to put them in your mind as a product, so that you can just begin to expand how you see yourself as a brand. You're valuable. The things that you desire to do and can do, and the things that you want to do, and that the seeds of greatness that God's placed in you to provide things for people have great value. So you have to remove the past thoughts that, this is just what I do, or this is just something I like to do, or this is just a hobby. If you feel passionately about it, I want you to think of it as a valuable asset to the world that people are waiting to purchase. So this comes with a new vision, having a new vision for how you see yourself and how you see what you provide to others, and how you see others receiving what you have. It takes a shift in our minds to see ourselves as valuable sometimes, just because of the things we've been through, and life in general, not understanding that we're worthy and we're valuable, but we're called to greatness and excellence in what we have to offer the world. Not just a community, but the world is great and it has great value. So your assignment tonight is to look on the site, www.latezbridges.com, review the platform, review and look at the words that are used, look at the feelings that you feel, look at the messages that you receive from the platform, and use it as a template for you to build, create, revise your platform. What do we mean by platform? Our goal tonight is to begin to draft our platform. Who are you? Who do you say that you are? who are you going to present to the world? What beliefs, principles, 5 that you stand on, of things that you do, say, provide, wish to give to the world, beliefs, answers, solutions, whatever you feel the 5 areas of expertise that you have that translate to monetizable services or concepts, businesses. Those 5 areas, you're going to translate them to mimic, to model the platform that you see on latezbridges.com. And you're going to bring that work back with you next week when we meet on Wednesday in an interactive session. We're going to review as well as develop your platform individually. And we're going to do it collectively. So that is your assignment for tonight. I will be checking in with each of you in the days to come as you develop your platform. For the rest of our time tonight in this introduction session, I would like to call your attention to what you are receiving, what you are to expect from the rest of our time together. We're going to be dealing with the themes I mentioned of vision, purpose, destiny, and success, God's way in pursuing and fulfilling our life purpose in the market. Business. This means that we're going to build ourselves as an enterprise brand and connect it to our life purpose specifically as we see it envisioned it by God. We are going to deal with the fundamentals of business startup. For those of us who have worked both in the secular, corporate, and ministry world, sometimes it's difficult to combine those in a way where you feel good about it, because sometimes when we're offering spiritual services, spiritual giftings, we don't think we should monetize them. And it's touchy, but we're going to deal with just making sure that our platform is solid and we're okay with the value that we bring, and requesting from the world for the value that we bring as a start. If you want more work specifically on developing and monetizing ideas, those services, can be offered more individual if you have something that you just don't know how to monetize. But in general, we're going to talk about various services and ideas, how to monetize them fairly, and make that message translate through the ministry as well as in the market, and in a way that is most widely accepted. All right, so we're dealing with the fundamentals of starting a business. We're dealing with how to be successful as an entrepreneur. What does entrepreneurship look like really, when you really have put all your eggs in the basket of entrepreneurship? How do you stand? How do you build a foundation that supports your entrepreneurial endeavors? What does that look like from season to season? How do you build wealth over time? How do you build a legacy plan that allows your operations to continue and to set up legacy for those coming after you? That's the goal. A good man leaves an inheritance for his kids. So we're not doing this just to have fun. God requires us to make a wise return on the investments that he's placed on us. So we have a demand. He's placed a demand on us to produce and produce in abundance. So we have to think wealth building, and we have to get our minds from we're just doing something, or this is just going to make a living, to no, we're bringing something of great value to the market, to those who want it, and they're going to support that by investing greatly, and it's going to bring wealth, because we have the power, according to Deuteronomy, right, to get wealth and to create it. So we have to tap into that creative power and accept it, embrace it, and then learn how to function in it. Sometimes that's going to require us to spend a lot of time together in sessions like this moving forward to remove blockages of poverty syndromes and things like that have made us work against our visions and not bring them to fruition at the level at which we were called to do. There's a high calling. So we're dealing with the fundamentals of business startup, successful entrepreneurship, And another part of the things that you guys are going to be getting, in addition to these online interactive sessions, you have direct sessions that are coming up, one of which I believe was mentioned in your text emails that were sent last week. Here in Atlanta at Wolf Creek Library, in Atlanta, 3100 Enon Road, Wolf Creek Library in Atlanta, on October the 27th, which is a Saturday, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. You guys are invited to our direct in-person seminar session, which is included in your package. And this is going to deal with heavy duty wealth building and business development building. So you want to mark your calendars for Saturday, October the 27th, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And you will, of course, get reminders and another email that invites you out to the direct seminar included in this marketplace ministry package. At Wolf Creek Library in Atlanta is 3100 Enon Road. So from 1 to 5, this time is dedicated to the fundamentals of business development, really digging into how you build a successful organization that stands on its own to support you personally, but also creates enough wealth that it produces success and purpose and influence, and that's what you want, but also financial proceeds. All right. So in addition, your overview of marketplace ministry covers community-based program development. How do you build programs that reach people and provide hope and opportunities, as our tag is, and Beyond the Barriers Outreach, or Success and Beyond's connecting communities, crossing borders, changing lives? What are you wishing to do in terms of community building? What do you want to provide to your community specifically? Ministry launching. Some of us also have direct ministry projects that are related to the fivefold ministry. If you do, this course will help you to combine those gifting areas and translate them to a wider, broader audience and provide a service. But again, we want you to understand that the messages never change, but the boxes do. So this course is going to help you to compartmentalize those areas of your life, but then bring them back together to provide them to the marketplace. This course, in the overview that was provided to you in the outline of the course, it provides outreach initiative development. So with myself and with many other visionaries, our goal is to serve our local community. Charity begins at home, then is shed abroad. International service projects, international outreach projects, how to monetize those, how to get paid for serving internationally. How do you even present a model of an initiative that is that can attract funds, so that you're not serving but losing? We want to serve wisely. So it definitely deals with international outreach development initiatives. So by your registration, with your registration, you get these weekly interactive sessions. This is just your introduction to make sure you understand what you're getting, to give you a brief overview and cover the outline that was provided in the theme of your course, on the link. I want to go over those things tonight, which I'm doing right now. But moving forward, you have these interactive sessions. You have your monthly direct seminar sessions. The one for October, I mentioned, is offered on October the 27th at Wolf Creek Library in Atlanta, Georgia, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you're going to continue to receive reminders, emails, links for those initiatives associated with Marketplace Ministry course. The goals for this course are for you. The ultimate goal, which is also listed on the outline, if you look at that link, is to teach business development. We know how to serve sometimes. We don't know the business of serving. If you have a church ministry, a local church ministry, although your organization is a spiritual organization, there's a business to providing those services. So we need to understand what business models look like. What are the fundamentals of business. How do we pull this, whether it's a church, outreach, a project with business, successful business practices, right? That fulfill a life calling, that fulfill your purpose in God, and that help you to have a position built on a platform of who you're saying that you are vision wise, who God has told you that you are vision wise, the message, the voice, the message, the voice that you are to the nation. What are you saying? The 5 areas of principles, of services, of ideas that you stand on, in those 5 areas of expertises that you want to share with the world. That's a part of your homework assignment for this introductory session that you're going to be preparing for next week. You're going to be looking at latezbridges.com, looking at the theme, the platforms, soaking in those concepts, and then creating your own if you haven't already, but specifically 5 areas of who you say you are and how you're translating that to the world based on the model that you see on the site latezbridges.com. I thank you guys for joining this cohort. Again, this is the introduction session just to give you an overview of expectations, to test your links, to make sure that everything's working. A backup of this video will be available tomorrow within 24 hours. If for some reason the link does not work for you tonight, text messages should also go out to confirm. If you guys could do me a favor, when you do get those emails from our admin, event admin, please click that you're attending so we can know that the emails are getting to you successfully. Tonight, session number 1, introduction session. Our goal for you is to use your homework assignment to identify who you are. Areas of expertises that you can deliver and how you're going to translate them into services. 5 main areas of giftings, if you will, in how you're going to translate them into areas of services based on the model that you see on latezbridges.com. Lastly, as you're developing this, you want to think about your solutions. What answers are you providing to your target audience? Who are you talking to? Who are you bringing services to specifically? And what are you providing that to them that they can't get anywhere else? Your giftings, your services, your market is very unique. So you have to identify how you're different than others who provide services that are similar. How are you different than others, what you do? How are you different than others that provide what you provide? There are tons of people who are speakers and authors. There's tons of people who are outreach coordinators, outreach developers, youth advocates, visionaries, leaders, tons of them. How are you different than the others? How is your message different than the others? What do you have to say that's different than others, and why is it different? These are some of the things that you want to think about as you build your platform. I'm looking forward to touching bases with each of you individually next Wednesday as we check your homework. And this is the interactive part of this session, as we check your homework and do an individual session with you to look at how you're building your platform. Who do you say you are? Who are you going to present to the world based on the vision that God's given you of you, your platform, your services, and the impact that it's going to have to solve a problem, to provide an answer, to bring a solution? I want you to tell me in our personal time how latezbridges.com and the platform that you read about there has provided a solution specifically, or solutions, and how do you see, how did you know that this organization, if it does provide solutions to things as a platform, as a brand, right? So that's your homework. I'm looking forward to talking with you guys. Again, what's to come next week is our first interactive session, meaning that the information that you received in this intro session, you want to review what's requested of you, what's asked of you, do your homework, and then you want to prepare it for the same time next week, next Wednesday, which is the 24th. The interactive session is next week. So you'll have a personal video, but it's going to be personal time that we're going to go over your platform together. So that information will be provided to you guys for your specific time frames of coaching next Wednesday. I'm looking forward to seeing how God speaks to you guys as you become more aware of who you are as a brand and an enterprise, and build your platform and deliver it in marketplace ministry. I'm Latez Bridges, and I thank you so much for enrolling, registering in marketplace ministry training, an entrepreneurship cohort. I look forward to working with you and helping you to bring all of your business and ministry visions to fruition. God bless. Go in peace and go in power. Go in prosperity as well. Go in peace, go in power, and go in prosperity.